Alright, now if you're planning to switch from a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra to a brand new shiny iPhone 17 Pro Max, then this video is for you guys. You should be watching this video very carefully because I'm going to tell you what exactly you're going to lose when you switch from a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra to a brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max or any of the iPhones for that matter. And I'll tell you why you are going to regret this decision. Let's dive right into the video. Now the first thing is navigating on an iPhone. You're going to lose the simple universal back gesture. On your Samsung, you can swipe in from either the left or the right side of the screen to navigate, and it reliably takes you back in almost any application and on the system as well. Whereas on the iPhone, if you want to go back, you will have to use the back gesture from the left edge of the screen, or you'll have to swipe up from the bottom to go to the home screen. And you will find that the back button replacement is often inconsistent, sometimes forcing you to reach for a tiny arrow in the top left corner in many of the applications, which can be a real pain, especially on the larger iPhones. Next, the anti-reflective screen. If you are coming from a high-end Samsung Ultra model, you will immediately notice the lack of a superior anti-reflective screen. Samsung's advanced display coating drastically reduces glare and reflections, making the phone far easier to use outdoors or under bright lights. Switching to an iPhone means you might go back to battling bright reflections that make it harder to see your screen in various lighting conditions. The next important thing that you're going to lose is the customizations. We all agree that Apple did add some cool customization features which have been existing on the Android phones for quite a while now. We've got some lock screen customization, icon theming options, etc. on the iPhones, but it is nowhere close to Samsung Galaxy phones customization features that we have, especially with the Good Lock application. As we all know, Good Lock lets you change everything from the look of your lock screen and notification panel to how the application transition works. We can not only download the themes from Theme Store, we can customize the themes on Good Lock applications, Theme Park Engine. We can separately customize the theme of the Quick panel. We can do it on the volume panel, and we can also customize the message background. You will lose some powerful applications like Wonderland, which enables us to create our own wallpapers, where we can customize the lock screen transitions as well. We've got many other modules like Lock Star, Keys Cafe, Navstar, Home Up, Clock Face, Quick Star, Edge Lighting Plus, Nice Shot, Notice Star, Edge Touch, Nice Catch, One Hand Operation Plus, which is quite powerful, Routines Plus, Multi-Star, Camera Assistant, Register, Display Assistant, Game Booster Plus, Sound Assistant. There are so many of them which you're going to lose. So if you're into customization, you are going to hate iPhones. Next, the versatile third-party applications, side loading of the applications, and custom ROMs. All this is not possible on your iPhones. You cannot sideload the applications or use custom ROMs on the iPhones. If you're a power user, you might be doing all that on your Galaxy S25 Ultra. But the moment you switch to iPhones, you will not be able to execute any of this. Next, the Samsung Wallet. You lose the full power of Samsung Wallet. Unlike Apple Pay, which only uses NFC Tap to Pay, older and some current Samsung phones also include Magnetic Secure Transmission, which is MST. This means your Galaxy could work almost anywhere a physical card could swipe, providing unmatched flexibility for payments in stores that haven't updated their terminals. So this just doesn't happen on iPhones, and if you're in a country where the Apple Pay is not supported, then obviously you will not be able to use that on your iPhones. And if you're staying in India, Samsung Wallet is going to be a big miss if you switch to an iPhone. Next comes the multitasking features. Now, if you're on a Galaxy S25 Ultra, you can use the applications in split screen view or pop-up views. You can use multiple applications in multiple windows, which doesn't happen on your iPhones. So there is no multitasking feature on the iPhones, so be wary of that. Next, the typing experience. Now, the typing experience is really nice on Samsung Galaxy phones. You have got the Samsung keyboard there. You can customize the keyboard the way you want it. And if you don't like that keyboard, you can always have third-party keyboards like Gboard or the Microsoft Swift key on your Android phone or on your Galaxy S25 Ultra, and they work really seamlessly without any issue. Whereas on the iPhones, the default keyboard is not really good. Personally, I don't like typing on that keyboard at all, and I've seen so many reviews about that keyboard. Most of them say that the keyboard experience is not good on the iPhones. And of course, you can use the Gboard on iPhones, but it is not as seamless as the Android phone. Many users find that these non-native keyboards feel jittery, slower, or less reliable due to Apple's system restrictions, especially when handling password fields. You lose that snappy integration feel and the deep customization integration that Gboard or SwiftKey offer when running on an Android. The next most important thing you're going to miss is the fingerprint scanner. Of course, the iPhone's Face ID is really amazing. I just love using it on my iPhone. However, if the phone is kept on the table, then I really have to pick it up and show my face to unlock it. Whereas if you have a fingerprint scanner, you will be able to unlock the phone without even looking at the camera. So that is something which you're going to miss on the iPhones, and it could be a big deal for many of you out there. Next, the S Pen. If you are using a Samsung Galaxy Note or Ultra model, you are kissing the legendary S Pen a goodbye. The S Pen is a defining feature of Samsung's flagship line, and that is not available on your iPhone. So if you are someone who uses the stylus a lot, then you are going to lose that. But it may not be a big deal for many of the users out there. But like I said, if you're someone who uses this S Pen, then you are going to lose it. Next comes the powerful desktop experience feature using Samsung DeX, or you can also use link to Windows feature, but you will be missing those on your iPhones. Of course, iPhone does offer this brand new feature where you can mirror the screen, but the experience is not like a desktop experience which we get on the Samsung DeX. DeX allows you to transform your phone into a desktop-like experience simply by connecting it to a monitor, providing a true PC environment on the go. You can connect it on any of the monitors, or you can connect it on the TV, or anywhere you want. You can connect it wirelessly or wired. Whereas on the iPhones, the screen mirroring is just a typical mirroring of your phone on your macOS. So that is what you're going to get on the iPhone. So you're going to lose this desktop experience if you switch from the Galaxy S25 Ultra or any of the Samsung phone which supports DeX to an iPhone. Next, I would like to talk about one minor issue which I face on the iPhones. When I connect iPhone through Apple CarPlay, and if I use Google Maps, I won't be able to zoom in the maps, and the navigation is quite difficult. So if you're into Google Maps and if you want to use Google Maps while navigating inside your car on the car's infotainment system, and if you're using an iPhone, then it's going to be a little tricky. If you want the seamless experience, you will have to go with the Apple Maps. But if you want Google Maps, then you are not going to have a great experience using Google Maps on your iPhone inside the car on the infotainment system. The last aspect is the AI features. You see, both these phones offer some amazing AI features. Samsung relies on Gemini and the Apple's iPhone relies on ChatGPT. But the integration here is far more superior on the Samsung Galaxy phones, where the Gemini is going to do a lot of things on the phone. Can you add the summary of this web page and add it to notes?
Here's what I found.
Can you add the summary of this web page and add it to notes?
I'm adding the summary of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra to your notes.
You can just activate Gemini and talk to it. You can add an event, or you can add a reminder using Gemini on Samsung's native applications like Samsung Reminder or Samsung's Calendar. It is just seamless. Even there is Samsung Notes integration with Gemini. So this is just amazing. It's much more advanced on the Samsung Galaxy phones, whereas you just cannot have all that on your iPhone. Even when it comes to erasing a simple object on an image, Galaxy AI does a far superior job compared to an iPhone. And when we compare Gemini voice assistant to Siri, Siri is just a trash. It can't really come close to Gemini. Gemini is far more advanced, it is more natural, and you can do a lot of things using Gemini compared to Siri. I have already posted a dedicated video comparing the AI features on the Galaxy phones and the iPhones. Do check that out. The link is in the description. Now, these are some of the important aspects you need to keep in mind when you're switching from a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra or any other flagship Samsung phones to an iPhone, because you are going to lose a lot of things and you might want to come back to Samsung Galaxy phone. You might regret your decision. So keep all these things in mind. I've seen many of my friends switching from a Samsung Galaxy phone to an iPhone, and within about 15-20 days, they wanted to just switch back to the Galaxy phones. It may happen with the iPhone users as well. Even the iPhone users I have seen switching to Android, and then they don't like it and they come back to iPhone. But here the point is, I'm only talking about the Samsung Galaxy phone users switching from the Galaxy phone to the iPhones. So it is not going to be a great experience if you switch. So keep all these things in mind. Let me know if I missed any other points. Drop a comment, and while you do that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you find this video informative. And we also offer an amazing wallpaper application called Wallverse. The link is in the description. We keep updating the application with at least 10 to 20 brand new wallpapers every day. There are some fantastic collections as well. Go ahead and check it out, and do not forget to rate it on Play Store. That encourages me to keep coming up with more and more wallpapers for you guys. A 5-star rating on the Play Store would be much appreciated. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys take care and stay safe. Cheers. Bye-bye.